I'm so sorry. That's so messed up. I'm so upset. You have no idea. I'll be thinking about you all. I'm so sorry. That's so messed up. I'm so upset. I'll be thinking. I'm so sorry. Friends, there's so many options out there for rifles. And nobody wants to get a lemon. But having gotten quite a few rifles that we've reviewed on this channel, even though a lot of these guns are great, there's probably only about 10% of them that I actually go shoot anymore. And that's kind of what happens with most people. You know, you get one hunting rifle, then you kind of upgrade, try something different, get a few over time. But from then on, every hunt you ever go on, you kind of pick that one rifle that's your favorite and everything else just kind of collects dust. And that is expensive. And so how do we avoid all these problems? Well, a lot of people would say the answer is right there. This is the Tikka T3X. We last reviewed this rifle 4 years ago. And when we did, we said this is the neighbor gun. You know, just the one that when the neighbor says, hey, I'm going on a hunt, what should I get, with really no other information, you just say the Tikka T3X. And there's a lot of good reason for that. Tikkas have an excellent reputation for just quality control. It's rare that you see somebody with a lemon. The other thing that I really like about a Tikka is they put the value in the action. You don't want to put the value in having the most high-priced stock with a cheap barrel on there. And so when you have an action that's smooth, that's reliable, that feeds every single time and is made to tight enough tolerances that you can get pre-fits to swap anything out that you want, you have something, one that you can rely on for the rest of your life. And anytime you want to change something up, it's easy to do so. But again, 4 years of competition has been coming for this segment. And there have been some incredible rifles released since we reviewed this rifle last. And so my question today is the Tikka T3X still the neighbor gun? It's not a perfect rifle, but it does everything so reliably that that's what people like about it. So we're going to look at some things to improve this thing. First, let's just... And now she is all ready to hunt. So here's how I set it up. The great thing about the Tikka, you can take it right out, pop on a $100 scope, and you're ready to hunt. But you can also, refine it over time to make it better. Here's how I'd make it hunt ready. First of all, I put on my go-to. This is the Athlon 4-20x50. Put on this cheap 9-round ammo sleeve, so we're ready to go hunting. Snip a little snip in there so that we can get our sling swivel stud. I don't have a real strong preference on slings. If anybody has one that they love, I'd love to hear that. But just a sling so that we're ready to hunt with it. Got MDT bipod on here and bubble level here. Now, for most hunting distances, it's not going to matter a whole lot if you're a little bit canted in your rifle. The reason that I always have bubble levels on my rifles is, it's a cheap thing to have on there. And then I want to train, so I'm always holding the rifle the same way. And so I just like having it on every gun, even if it won't matter if I'm not shooting at that range. Last thing is, of course, turret tags to be hunt ready. Quick adjust yardage stickers that we'll have on there later. That's a big upgrade, but that's just the beginning of what you can do with the Tikka. Because again, you put the value in the action, and so it's not like you're wasting money upgrading little pieces over time. That's why it's such a great rifle to start from. She's hunt ready. Let's go see how it operates. All right, welcome to the desert. We're ready to actually get to some fun here. We're going to do some accuracy testing. We have already shot a couple preliminary groups with each of them, and it looked like the Nosler stuff it just didn't like. We're shooting, over a minute. The Hornady stuff is generally shooting right around a minute, but the best load does appear to be, unsurprisingly, I don't know how many times this happened in recent videos that we tried multiple loads and a lot of different guns this is the stuff they like, the Sig Sauer. This one happens to be the Marksman Elite, but total average of 0.67 inches at 100 yards. So better than 3/4 minute MOA. That's awesome from a very reasonably priced rifle. And that's kind of been my experience with Tikkas, is they just have good quality control and they just generally work well. Now, we also got our velocity. So turret tags, our quick adjust yardage stickers on the scope. And so that'll help us just as a quick reference as we're hunting, so that we can, you know, hey, 300-yard shot, whatever. Now, we have stickers all the way out to 1,000 on here. If you're shooting a 1,000-yard shot, you really should be running your ballistics. $4.99, 500. Coming up, we're going to put this Tikka through a little milk jug challenge. But today's sponsor is Brickhouse Nutrition and Field of Greens. Field of Greens is an organic superfood, fruit and vegetable drink unlike any other. This is serious nutrition. Listen to this. Field of Greens was approved by a university study that doctors believe may lower your body's biological age. That means better health. Each fruit and vegetable in Field of Greens was selected by doctors to support vital body functions like heart, liver, kidneys, metabolism, and your immune system. Only Field of Greens is backed by this better health promise. At your next physical or checkup, your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back. Join me in getting better health with 15% off and free shipping. Visit fieldofgreens.com and use promo code BACKFIRE. That's fieldofgreens.com, promo code BACKFIRE. Beware, we got milk jugs set up at 2, 3, 4, and 500 yards out there. I want to do this because I want this to be your warning. Hunting season is coming. And you saw what happened. We got this gun. We found a load that it likes. On average, 0.67 MOA. It's a great shooter. And it's so easy to just do the math. And you say, oh man, I still got, you know, softball-sized groups at 500 yards. So if I see a good buck at 5, yeah, I'm going to do it. But we haven't really done anything. We haven't validated those trajectories out at distance, right? And this is a lightweight gun. And so it's not going to sit quite as solid when you're in a hunting position. So we're going to shoot these, but remember, we have not validated the dope yet. Sometimes we get lucky and the BC was just right and the app gets it. Other times, not so much. I'm expecting that we get 2 out of these 5, but I'm going to shoot it the very best I can. And we're just going to see if the dope is actually correct now. We're giving this thing every advantage. Shooting off a sandbag here. So already this is not realistic hunting. But we want to just see what the dope can do, not remove the shooter out of this. Leave me out of this. And bombs away. Kaboom! There's that buck. Let's try 300. Kaboom! Next up. All right. Hey, quick note before we continue on with this test. We are doing a bunch of challenges this fall. Go to backfire.tv/shootwithjim and just sign up right there. Give me your information on what kind of challenges you'd like. And then I'll be emailing you out when we're shooting a challenge, like we're doing these milk jug challenges and stuff. And you can come on out and shoot with me and show your skills on the channel. Backfire.tv/shootwithjim. All right, I think this one's probably unlikely to be a hit. We'll see if our dope's on. And it is a miss. Let's shoot it one more time, see if we land in the same spot.
Did I hit it that time? Yeah, smoked it.
Okay, my first shot, I cheated a little bit to the side of it for the breeze, and I must have gone just a little bit too far. And that wasn't even the dope's fault, that's me. I just guessed on the wind wrong. And so it's great to have all the advantages of all these tools have for long range shooting. When you're hunting though, stuff can just happen. And so with a gun that you're not well practiced with, man, you got to keep those shots close. You know, if you have a gun that you absolutely know backward and forward, you've shot it in every condition, everything, then you make your decision on what you want to shoot. I've shot animals much further than this, but really, really have to know that gun. All right, let's try our hand at 500 here. See how we do. This is not comfortable. Ouch. Okay. My elbows request that you guys subscribe to the channel because they're suffering for you this morning. All right. Woo! That's a good one. Let's see if we can do this. Let's pull this off. That wasn't good. Turns out it prefers ammo. Oh, crushed it at 5. Interesting. So, there you go. First of all, that's pretty awesome. To be able to, I did not expect that, honestly, without validating the dope at all. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows though with the Tikka. In fact, I might say there are 4 areas that it really struggles, especially given the fact that since this came out, I mean, the competition's pretty strong in this segment. The first thing is this, just the most common version of the Tikka T3X does not come with a threaded barrel. That's a huge miss because now, I mean, people are getting their suppressor paperwork back in a week. And so suppressors are flying off the shelf right now. But if you got your Tikka T3X, you got to try to get it threaded, and it's very, very thin to be working with. It's just not the best suppressor host. Number 2, though, is the way that the Tikka handles recoil. This super light stock just isn't real amenable to a nice shooting experience. Now, one reason is the Tikka comes with a very low quality butt pad. It looks like it's 1/2 inch, but then you take it off and you realize it's actually just hard plastic under here. So you're only dealing with a tiny little membrane of material that's actually doing anything. And then because it swoops out at the bottom, well, what that does is when the gun kicks against your shoulder, what does that make it want to do? It makes it want to roll up. And so it makes the muzzle jump worse on the gun. And so, you know, we have the backstop recoil pad for it. It's a nice upgrade for our Tikka, especially that it's just not a great recoil experience. Next, in terms of problems with the Tikka, the trigger isn't great. It's not top shelf. You know, you're going to get it down to right at 2 pounds. It's not bad. You know, it's better than a Savage for sure, but it's not top shelf trigger. And I also think we could see an upgrade to the stock lines itself, but there are a million options for aftermarket stocks on the Tikka, and the nice thing is it's compatible. So not a perfect rifle, it's just so consistent. The Tikka is an amazing gun. There's a reason that they're so popular. It starts out as this lightweight, bare bones, not a ton of features kind of rifle. But it shoots well, it's good right out of the box, and what you can make it become over time as you just change little things, you're never at a disadvantage because it's a great action that you're building off of. You know, you don't want to dump a bunch into upgrades on you know, some other platform, a Mossberg Patriot, that just is always going to be a Mossberg Patriot. Thanks everybody for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.